Well, this evening I've got some time and I picked up a couple of these old theatrical lights. I have to build up my lighting inventory now, and I just can't stomach these new LEDs, so I've been trying to like search for vintage lighting, incandescent lighting. I really prefer the look, and just well, there are several reasons why I prefer vintage lighting to LED. And here are a couple of lights I picked up. I think that they're pretty well junk, but nonetheless very interesting. And I'm just making a short video here of these old style lights, and just going to tear them down and see how they work. So stick around. Here's something that I find very interesting. This was sort of slides in and out here, so you can put these nice little patterns on the wall, I guess, for theatrical stuff. But, and then these, looks like you can change the patterns and stuff. But look at that. I mean, there must be some pretty intense heat happening here, because I mean, look at that piece of metal just tarnished from the heat. It's unreal. These things obviously get pretty damn hot. Look at the size of them and just the heat sink. Everything like that. Anyways, I'm going to tear apart this assembly right here, see what we got, but I find that sort of interesting. So the rear bulb assembly just slides out on these. And it's on this giant heat sink here. And this little adjuster knob says adjust lamp center. So then you can move this thing back here around. And the lamp is odd, but I mean, whatever's in here must be getting pretty damn hot. It's a pretty beefy casing for a light. I don't know anything about this stuff, so I'm just kind of learning as I go along here. I just really like the look of these things and the lenses and focusing lenses, and this old school stuff is really, I really like this. Okay, well, we'll keep going, keep tearing this thing apart. See, it'd be nice if we can get this working, but I think I'll get one working 1 out of 2, so we'll see. Well, we found the bulb. I'm actually gonna get this bulb. I'm actually gonna go on eBay, see if I can find one of these things. Oh, look at that. Isn't that neat? See if I can get the camera to focus. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Oh, look at that. Very cool. We're gonna see how it going. This light here seems like everything's intact. I mean, it's looking pretty rough. It seems like these little shapes and things can come out. There's like a aluminum. It looks like ceramic, but it's actually just painted white aluminum. Looks like that sandwiches all these metal pieces. This is what came out of the other one, just a bunch of metal sort of wedge pieces that you can put the slide the patterns in and out, I guess. I highly doubt I'll ever need any of those, but let's see if I get one of them working. It looks like we got one serviceable light here. The rest I'll just use for parts, I suppose. I don't know what to do with that, but yeah, so let's go on eBay right now, see if we can find ourselves a lamp for this. I don't even know what this thing's called, but alright, we'll figure it out. Big old lenses on a huge hunk of glass here. Beautiful, beautifully constructed. So this lens here sits right here, and that moves back and forth, goes through this lens, and then finally through this lens here. All of it's fairly dirty. I'm going to clean it all up and get it all back together. Pretty interesting. It's just getting the lenses back in here. So yeah, you get this piece here that, you know, just actually goes through this one here. Just goes through these little channels. Through these little channels in the and then this little sort of channel that goes through. You gotta take that piece out to get the lenses out. The one in the front is pretty easy because you just kind of bend this up. But this one in the back, you gotta get down there, and there we go. Sweet. Awesome. Well, I'll get these lenses in here and I'll come back. So I've got all these lenses cleaned up, and boy, this ever look good. Just a little more grease. They're all cleaned up now, looking good. Putting it all back together, and yeah, just looks good. Alrighty, well, keep going. Get this back on, and put the light housing for the lamp housing back on. Let's clean this part up. It's going well. I'm pretty stoked about this, actually. It's looking good. I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but you see, of course, I was looking at the lens here, and it is cracked, or it has been damaged. I was looking closely at it, and I noticed there's some other specks in there. And actually, looking at the glass has little bubbles in it. I guess from when it was manufactured. Like, there's a couple there, and that's inside the glass. These little bubbles. I guess but then, of course, actually the camera seems to pick this up well. There's like swirls that are inside the lens, almost like when the glass was formed. I find and it's inside the glass. It's not scratches or anything. I thought that's really interesting. Those swirls. You see, I don't know if there's I have no idea how these lenses are made, if they're, you know, poured into a mold or what, but this is heavy too. It's well, I'd say that's a good, at least 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of glass. Really cool. I love this stuff. It was really neat. This is all put back together now, and I've completely changed my mind about this light here. I was kind of thinking that they're kind of beat up and junky, but yeah, they're a little, it's kind of scraped up and stuff, but you know, the more I got into it, I realized, like, damn, this thing's gonna last forever. Like, you know, these huge heavy duty handles, and everything's metal. So and I cleaned it all up. The lenses are all cleaned, shined a light through it, and it looks great. I've got to order a bulb for it, so I'm super excited about this, and I think these are going to be great. I'm just putting the other one back together now, and yeah, I'll make another video when I get the lamp, and we'll try it out. Anyways, I'll stop the video there, but it was super fun getting into these things and tearing them down and cleaning them up and putting them back together. It's a really fun time, and now I know a little bit about these lights now. I had no idea what these were called or so on and so forth, but anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Bye now.